What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Doug Monos. We are going to be changing the channel name very soon to Doug Monos F All because I received a kind comment from a viewer. I think it may have been intended to be an insult, but I think that name's actually more fitting with the spirit of the channel because it's more me asking questions than telling you guys what I know. Now today, what I know fuck all about is what different caliber bullets will do to a 1/8 inch piece of steel sheet. So we've already shot this a couple of times with 45-70 for a different video. We're just going to go through everything we've got in the car and we'll come up, mark them, and just see what sort of holes they make. So anyway, hope you enjoy the new channel name. Enjoy this video, give it a like now and subscribe to the channel if you're not. And yeah, let's get into it. Cheers. So we're just going to shoot this plate with all the rifles we've got here from 50 metres away, and we'll go and mark each of them and see what sort of holes these make. So we'll start off with the Marlin 30-30, and like we've already showed you, we've got those two holes from the 45-70 in there. So we'll punch this in, and then we'll just show you at the end all the different holes after we've marked them. Alright, now 308 at the 1/8 inch steel sheet out of the Remington 7600. If we have time today, I might do a quick review on this, but anyway, let's see what it does to this steel plate. And the 22 Hornet, so it's about as small as you can get in a centerfire cartridge, out of the Sport Co. Built in Adelaide, Australia. Alright, now we've got 223 out of a Hauer 1500, Boyd's thumb hole stock, the heavy fluted barrel, and a muzzle brake from Gunbloke on the Gold Coast in Australia. Let's see what this does to this steel sheet. This should whip right through. Very small projectile moving very fast. So
60 grain.
That's a 60 grain ballistic tip from Hornady. See, I don't know if this translates to the video, but got like fuck all reverberation, like noise from that, which is a sign that that's just punched through and kept going. But anyway, let's keep moving on. Next up, 243. That's a 90 grain Seiko game head round out of Tikka T3. 243, one of my probably favourite cartridges. I don't currently own one, but it's what I sort of grew up shooting with, and very versatile and perform very well. Let's see what it does to the steel plate. Alright, next up goes the steel plate 17 HMR. So this is a rimfire round. It's very small projectile moving very fast. Now, for the best penetration, contrary to what she may have said, you actually want to be small and moving very fast. So let's see what this does to the steel plate. Alright, and 3006 Springfield, time tested, very good cartridge. This is a 220 grain out of the Tikka T3 light. Should make a mess. Bigger, slower moving, soft projectile. Should get some good expansion like we did with that 45-70. So let's see. Now, small and fast penetrates well, but for the best penetration experience, you want to be reasonably sized and moving very fast. So 300 Winchester Magnum. These are both 150 grain projectiles. We've got a polymer tip Winchester deer season, designed for rapid expansion apparently. So we're going to see how that goes. And this is PBU, just a lead nose. Should also sort of expand pretty quick. But bear in mind, these are fairly hooking. What are these? 3100?
Yeah,
about
3400 probably.
Yeah, probably like 31 to 3400 feet per second in a 150 grain. So that's moved like 500-600 feet per second faster than a 308 with the same weight. So we're probably sort of not far enough back and probably not far enough of a target to get much expansion out of these, but they will dump a lot of energy very quickly. But I think with this tin sheet, steel sheet, it'll probably just punch straight through, leave a bullet hole about the size of that bullet diameter to start with. But we'll see. Let's do these 2 rounds. So we've got the soft lead nose first and then the Winchester ballistic tip. Alright, so we're just going to do one more round through the 300 Win Mag. This is a Winchester deer season extreme point. So these have got like a lead core and a tapered jacket, so they're designed to retain more of their energy before they start expanding. So I would expect this to make a smaller hole in the tin sheet than what just the regular Winchester deer season. So that's sort of designed to expand more rapidly. But anyway, we'll just, since we've found this, we'll put this through and see how we go. Will be the last one for the steel plate. Is this Winchester model 1892 in 3220. We've just moved a bit closer because this is probably the least amount of energy you're going to get out of a rifle with a centerfire cartridge. So we'll see if this goes through. So we'll see how these cartridges performed against the steel plate. That last one was the 3220. Everything else should be marked. So brought the 1/3 of a ruler. So no good. So 3220. And that was from like 20 meters. So yeah, no good. There is not a lot of energy in that very old school. It's an old school pistol caliber cartridge. It was sort of then adopted for those lever action rifles. And yeah, with the older stuff, typically a bit less efficient. You can see there, 17 HMR also didn't go through. So sorry guys, but small and moving fast doesn't always give you good penetration. So we've got a few. So the 4570, that's pretty awesome. So on a 1/8 inch piece of steel to get that sort of expansion. So that's 20 mil, 20 mil hole. I don't know what 45 caliber is to begin with. I think it's probably about 10 mil, 12 mil. I should know this, but that's quite a lot of expansion in such a shallow depth. And that's because it's big wide bullet moving slow. So that's sort of to be expected. We've got 223, so that's a good example of something small and fast and penetrates very well. So it's 223, 5.56 NATO. They will punch through, up to sort of medium width steel, like very well with most bullet weights, because they're fairly hooking along and they're very short. It's all about your the pressure like per square inch. So that's a lot smaller bullet than like a 45-70. So you got a lot more relative pressure at the nose of it. Then we got the 22 Hornet. So just moving a bit slower. So that's going to expand more. So if we had a few sheets of this tin, that 223 would start opening up, whereas the 22 Hornet's moving slower, so it's just opens up a bit quicker on impact. Then we had the 300 Win Mag, so we shot the 3 rounds through that. We had the PBU soft nose, that's that one, so that's opened up fucking hardly at all. And 300, so then we had the 2 Winchester Deer Season, the Winchester Deer Season ballistic tip with like hollow core, designed for rapid expansion. So, and that's just what it's done. So here that's like 10, 12, about 13 mil. So that's like quite a bit of expansion, like compared to this. So that's about the size that projectile started out at, and so that's a lot of expansion very quickly. So that does its job. So well done. And then that's the extreme point. So it's Winchester Deer Season Extreme Point. They are designed to sort of penetrate a bit deeper into the animal before they expand. So again, probably does as advertised. That's what you would expect it to make a smaller hole, because it's going to go sort of further into a target before it starts expanding. Then we had 243. Again, that's really hooking along. So it's a very small projectile, moving very fast. That's what you would expect. 3006. I would have maybe thought see a bit more expansion out of that, but just because it was a pretty big heavy bullet, but they're still moving along at a fair rate. So that's pretty much punched straight through. 30-30. So this is pretty interesting here. Difference between 30-30 and a 45-70. So they're both sort of old school lever action rounds. That's sort of pushed through. It's just about, probably about 30 caliber. So it's got a little bit of expansion. But whereas the 45-70 is really just hit and like mushroomed out. 308, sort of punched straight through there. I thought I missed one of them, so we shot twice, but both done about the same thing. And if we missed anything, so 45-70 will make a mess of you. 32-20, if you're far enough away, you're probably okay. And like 300 Win Mag is also an absolute beast. If you start if you have like a deeper target, obviously these rounds are all going to perform differently, but that's pretty interesting. Anyway, now we both know. I knew fuck all about what was going to happen here, and now we know. So like the video, subscribe to the channel. Thanks guys, catch you next.